this to the computer. So this is being recorded. I will share this over and over again so everyone knows that it's being recorded. And the intent of this is truly, I know our oneness. I know the more that you are you, the more the world gets to heal, create, be peaceful through you. The more we remember how we belong to each other, the more it's possible for each person, for you to realize and feel the joy that only you can feel, and create the world that only you can create, and bring the miracles through your own frequency, and together this physical form. I love science because it shows us so much of who we are, to fully understand all of the amazing magic that's possible. So yesterday, every bit of miraculous is challenged, is a good way to say that. Every bit. One of my dear friends is named Rob Moses, and we went last night to his movie release, and he was only given a short period of time to live. He wasn't allowed to drive. He had a syndrome called Alice in Wonderland syndrome, where the neurons in his brain started making everything disproportionate, and the communication between his brain and his body. And within, it's even less than 6 months, he was given a short period of time, a really amazing diagnosis. And yesterday he drove himself. He's doing fine. His movie, his biography is coming out. It's an amazing thing to see these miraculous healings. And gratefully at the movie release, at the biography, and I'm actually in the movie. He names me in the movie. And although it is the vessel, me, it is me, because he believes in me, because he trusts me, and because he remembers that I've got a connection to source that he allows himself to feel. It's such a beautiful thing, miraculous healing after miraculous healing. And at the same time, when it's time to transition, it's amazing to be able to transition. I am so grateful each one of you guys is here. Throughout this talk, I will make reference to videos that I think will help you, and I will play them for the whole group. Again, this is being recorded. I love doing this because I love you, and you being the best version of you is the best version of us in this world, and our world is counting on us to remake ourselves. And so, and there is no particular order. So I will start quickly with Lori. Lori, you were the first one that came on. What can I answer for you, my love?
I'm completely blank, but I'm glad to be here, and I always enjoy this with you. And I'm all about holding some prayer and healing space for anyone that needs it right now. So I'm grateful to be able to do that with like-minded people in a group that's conscious. So that's a blessing. Yeah.
Lori's in the group coaching program, and Lori actually went twice with me to Egypt and has seen quite a few miracles over the years, and is an extensive resource now for transformation, lives on the East Coast. And so thank you, Lori, for being here. And the ideal way to pray for someone's healing is this is so beautiful, is to feel your own wellness, to feel your own joy, and then to imagine them with you, and to feel their physical vibration being the best as well. So anytime you're transmitting love, healing energy, to think of the healthiest part of a person, the healthiest part of yourself, to feel that, and then to think of that person that you're sending it to, that healing, that joy, that vibration, that energy transmits to them. This is the way that Greg Braden, this is the way that the studies show. And for someone to hold a healing frequency, they've got to become a better person. But what that means is if you're thinking the same thoughts over and over again, you're going to have the same results. And so for any area of your life, you've got to allow the best part of you, the joy part of you, the connected part of you to source, bring out an even better thought, an even better behavior, and release all of the fear responses in our body to allow us to heal. And so I'm going to click on to, I think this is a 310-806 number. Welcome.
Yeah, that's me.
Hi.
This is Alex.
Hi, Alex.
And yeah, good to hear from you. Thank you.
Yeah. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. And I've been going through a lot of change recently, so it's kind of good to stay on track with that. But also, yeah, just on this, I liked what you just said about, helping someone heal. And my mother-in-law is not doing well. My husband's with her right now, and she's, quite ill. And so I don't know if there's any help you can give me with that.
I think when a little bit more people come on, we will do a group healing for your mother-in-law and it feels a lot like it's her heart.
Mm-hmm.
And that there's been a great deal of anxiety that's come in to her.
Hello?
I'm going to just mute everyone and make sure, there we go. The mute happened there. Someone chimed in with the loud. So Alex, I feel, and we will do this for, what is your mother-in-law's name? Are you
Carol.
Carol.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's a great deal of anxiety there. And the way with her, it feels very interesting also that family means a great deal. And every time there is something, family shows up. And it's so important that your love, you can feel when they need something as well. You're tuned into that. And that's part of the overall experience, is who you're becoming family with and allowing energy to come in with. And what I'm, so for you, it's about feeling connected again to a bigger family. And your core family is listening to you because you've got so much wisdom in the health area. And so you demonstrating it, holding that frequency, holding it helps them heal as well. You're a trusted resource there. And so feeling their wellness, feeling your wellness. And I think this steps into a little bit of your purpose as well. Because every time this comes up, you have all of these things and ways that you can give, that you do give. And so I'd highly encourage you to light a candle for Carol and really do and witness for that candle, witness for her how she gets better. When you're seeing the light in the candle, you're doing experiencing her through the candle, sending her healing. That we don't necessarily need something to be able to send it to them, but I think that physical candle will make a difference. And I think she will feel overall the warmth that you're sending. And you're such a lovely, it's stepping into your purpose that this is coming up this way for you.
Okay.
And so
You.
if you've got a question, if more comes up for you, just raise your hand. And
Okay.
because I do feel like there's more for you to come in. Just right now, there's emotion there. And I think it's emotion for me because Ken is in the hospital and dear friends are in the hospital. And I want to come back to and tune into her frequency better.
Okay, thank you.
You're so welcome. Awesome. Lori, I'm so glad you're here. Lori Wessel. Can you hear me?
Hi. It's good to be here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm so glad you're here. Can I answer a question or chime in on any area in your life?
Well, I'm here to get some inspiration. I really liked what Lori Gracing had to say right off the bat in her desire to hold sacred space for or healing for others. And, you know, the way she just off the top of her head is thinking outside of herself. That's who I want to be. And it's not really where I'm at yet, by way of transcending my own story. Anyway, I don't know if that's making sense, but
that made such sense. And it's so beautiful because when you recognize it, it's because you have it as well. And the most important aspect of ourselves is literally every day we get to remake ourselves. And I love that you're sharing how you see an example of how to remake yourself and this frequency and this energy. Lori, you are so giving right there as well. One of the hardest things to see is being able to recognize ourselves. And for you to really fully recognize, here you stepped in and you started giving, and that no one else can see you accurately. And a lot of times we're comparing ourselves to another out there, and it's really beautiful to share what you value, to brighten up another, to really highlight. And Lori, I would love for you to highlight what you love about yourself. What simple experiences have you been doing that you can really just share right now?
Well, I'm trying to embrace an inner knowing that because this is a very challenging chapter in my life, very difficult chapter. My parents, 88, 89, my dad recently in memory care as of the last couple months, and my mom not doing very well. And, you know, I lost my brother in September, and I'm looking at the loss of my parents here and caretaking my parents. And it's just been a very, very challenging time. And I feel like I know this too shall pass. I know it's a stage of life. I know it's a beautiful part of life, like autumn is and winter is. But I'm just having a challenging time, like accepting, you know, navigating this time.
I love you for sharing that, because so many on this video and later on when this will be seen will know exactly what courage it takes to share that and what courage it takes to feel. And one of the most important things that I've been learning and science is showing is any moment that we're having an emotion, and that emotion is lasting for longer than 2 minutes. We as a society have become addicted to an emotion. But we are no longer able to control what is happening out here, because the addicted emotions within our body are creating the same reality out there to a higher degree for us to feel and hear. And so as someone who lost her brother, and as someone who knows, so I lost my brother, I know there's no one like a sibling that went through the same experiences. No matter what stage of the relationship you were in, that responsibility, that those feelings, those all of that, so much to process there. And so I'm so sorry. And at the same time, I hear over and over again in your field, you keep stepping up. But the most challenging time, you keep drawing on your inner resources, and you keep being able to show up in the most powerful way. And so I want you to really recognize yourself. What words can you say to yourself that will allow you to go even further in your ability to connect to source, connect to oneness, connect to the well that's there? So
You mean like meditation or prayer?
that's great. Meditation and prayer are really, really great. I would love for you to say something that that expresses what you're being, how you're showing up, that recognizes you. And what Spirit wants me to share with you is you are remaking yourself over and over again. At the drop of a request, you show up and you bring the best information forward that you can. Is that true?
Well, it sounds good.
Awesome. It sounds good. And over and over again, that there's this pureness that's being birthed in you, that's always been present, but more than ever, it's coming forward more and more.
Well, I do feel that the process of purification has my attention right now, and it's something I feel I need to focus on, purification.
So I'm so glad that you're sharing that. So this process of everything that you're feeling and everything that's present, tell me a little bit more about what helps you feel in that pure frequency, gives to you.
Breathing.
Breathing. I would love for us to have your dad and your mom's name.
My dad's name is Douglas, and my mom's name is Dolores.
In a minute or in a few minutes, we're going to do a really massive healing, a massive prayer, a purification of everyone that's here, and amplify. And Lori, I want you to recognize, I want you to put your hand on your heart like this, and I want you to say to yourself, my giving is me showing up day after day after day.
My giving is me showing up day after day after day.
My life is the life of God.
My life is the life of God.
I am fully expressed.
I am fully expressed.
The power of my awareness is purifying me.
The power of my awareness is purifying me.
I am free to be me.
I am free to be me.
All of my relationships are
All,
all of my relationships are filled with love and peace.
all of my relationships are filled with love and peace.
I want you to breathe that in for a second. All of my relationships are filled with love and peace.
All of my relationships are filled with love and peace.
Well-being is my way in life.
Well-being is my way in life.
I am pure.
I am pure.
Lori, this has got to be the new emotion that you feel and practice and rehearse every day.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful.
I love you and I love your heart. Your brother came in a little bit, and so your brother has a little bit of family. Tell me a little bit about his family.
He left behind a wife, Tally, and three sons, Scott, Eric, and Jeff. He had a first wife, Diane, for many years, till he had his sons by. He's got three brothers, a deceased sister, and me, and my mom and dad.
And he wanted us to really bring all of their names in, because when he was here, he had a much harder time feeling and expressing to the degree he can feel you all now. And so he's so grateful. What you did for the middle son, he said.
Oh, well, yeah, his son Eric, he was in jail for 3 days. 3 months shortly after his dad died. And he had a non-guilty verdict after 3 months incarcerated. And
so he's so.
I feel very close to Eric, even though I don't talk to him a lot. But
he's
anyway.
So grateful for what you did for him. You saved his life.
I don't know what I did, but
that was the prayer and feeling connected, and Eric always feels that with you. So you understand Eric, and that's the beauty. So he's so grateful for all of their names in, and so when we do the miracle work and express love, we'll have his family in that as well, your whole family.
Thank you so much. That's a blessing. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, Lori. And really connect with your heart and touch your heart, touch your chest, breathe into your heart. You're putting out a lot of energy. See the little Lori in there with such joy.
Well, thank you so much. I didn't hear the last part of what you said, but I got what I needed, and I'm grateful. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you, Lori. Is it AJ or is it Al? Hi. Is it Al? I've unmuted you. Or AJ? Let's see. We'll go. Well, I don't think you're paying attention just yet. Okay, let's see if I can figure out how to go back. So Grace, welcome. Hi. Grace, how are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I had muted myself.
You have, what can I answer for you? What's going on?
I think I really need help in understanding about why I do not accept myself in the way I am, especially from a physical appearance perspective. um, I am way overweight, which was not earlier. And I do feel that I used to accept myself much more, but now I do not. And I kind of pose it to the world that I'm okay, it's okay whatever you say, but I know deep down it kind of closes me. And it was not like that earlier. I was very fit, but I got an ankle injury and I was not able to do my jogging and stuff. I don't eat much. I just gained lots of weight, and it somehow or the other links to my self-worth, self-esteem, attraction to the opposite sex in whatever way. I do not know why my body is holding on to that weight.
About feeling safe. It after your body is sharing that after the accident, it doesn't trust itself as much, and it's calling on
I'm
its.
sorry, I'm not able to hear you. I think there are other participants or something. There's a lot of noise going on.
Let's see if I can. Let me go make sure everybody's muted. Thank you, Sarah. Well, I think it's Grace. Thank you, Grace. I'm making sure that everyone else is muted so that we
Thank you. Thank you. Now it's very silent and nice.
okay, beautiful. So Grace, it comes in that your body stopped trusting. It got when the accident happened, it no longer felt safe. And then from that safety, even though you've done the internal work, you haven't fully accepted the weight of yourself. I'm going to say that another way. You've not loved yourself as you are completely with the weight and said, you, my beautiful body, are God, are everything. This happened on purpose. It woke me up to self-love. It woke me up to, I did have everything in so many ways. I wasn't being fully grateful. And so I'm going to say that another way. This is what your body is asking you to say to it for a number of days, and to feel that it was, and you are okay. You really are. If you didn't change a thing about yourself. And I want you to think about this. Women that are larger than you have gotten married. Is that correct? Body weight wise?
Yes.
Women that are less confident than you have gotten married.
Yes.
Women that are not nearly as pretty as you have gotten married.
Yes.
So breathe that in just for a second. So you've been believing something that isn't true. And your body's been trying to tell you and protect you from this harmful thinking. And the harmful thinking is that you've got to be different than the way God has you right now for something to happen. And your body loves you and wants you to really feel prosperous in your current body. And it will grow its ability to, it will grow in receiving attention, receiving the spirit that you are, and to feel connected fully to source again. And it will go quickly, but really accepting you are in integrity. You're someone that doesn't let you don't get out of integrity all that often in any area of your life. And so
yes,
this area where there's a want to love yourself, but a bottom line, not accepting yourself.
Yes, and I so agree with you on the integrity level. It's like my core. It's like light. It's like you have to be like that.
Yes.
And I give or I love everyone with that integral so-called love and light, you say. But what you're saying is so beautiful, and I also have your beautiful self-love meditation, and I tried that. It's very beautiful, but what I fail to do is that I kind of start looking for results, and I start um, it's again somewhat related to not accepting fully. When you're looking for results, you're not believing, perhaps.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm holding emotions. I do not know what it is.
So your body, miracles, change, possibility, all of those are the same word. Praise God through you.
Mhm.
So your body praises God through you. Miracles praise God through you. Your way of being, because you work so much into integrity. And so loving your body without a result in mind will bring you back to your natural metabolism.
Mhm.
This
Okay.
has been about, for you, praising God through you as you are. And then the marriage and all of the children of Source, God, all of the work that you're here to do, proper alignment in yourself will show up. But it used to be in an instant. If you wanted to drop weight in a day to look wonderful, your body would drop it just like that, snap of a hat. And it's that the universal blessing that you are needed you to go through this, so that when your body does change, you're not expressing God. I'm going to say that another way. You stopped being able to see yourself as the God vessel that you are.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yes.
And so it's so important. And you, to some degree, lost some of your trust and stepped into fear.
Yes.
So it's the undoing of fear is the essential part of this. And so that saying to yourself, God created this, not me. And if God
Yes.
created this, I can love this.
And when you just said that, I just stopped trusting somewhere.
Yeah.
It fills my heart with kind of overwhelming love and also tears of sadness that why I did that, why I couldn't just believe, and why I couldn't just place the whole trust in the Almighty. Why
And
I couldn't.
so the let's answer the why. You had to get here. This part of you couldn't do it before because you had to get. How much have you learned about thoughts and feelings and giving to others through you since this started?
Yeah, yes, you're right.
You
I
now,
have kind of shifted into a different zone, more from materialistic to a very light filled towards light person in the
yes.
journey to, self discover
And
and to
the
give.
ankle has to do with flexibility. Your foot
Mm,
stepping flexibly into the spirit and material world. When your
yeah,
ankle got hurt, it was because you're a powerful person and you weren't fully using your power. And now
yeah,
you understand that power. Your ankle woke you up.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Grace, I'm
Thank you.
so glad you're here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. So much love and light. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. We're going to jump. We'll try that 310 number, 500-8762. Welcome.
Oh, hi, Dr. Sarah. I just joined because This is Aline. I didn't know that
Oh,
the
I'm
call
so
was going.
glad you're here, Aline. I think I left you a message the other day after you called about the dream. And so I was hoping that you would call in as well.
Okay, can you please tell me? I didn't get the message.
Oh, I left you a message and I said, it's so interesting. There was a group of us that had a dream that night.
Really?
And yes, there were children, and so the soul was dreaming together, our souls, the soul family was dreaming together. And I know
Really?
you saw the unicorn, this light, this opening happening. And so there were quite a few people that same night that had this energy of the miraculous happening and the soul family being present.
Oh my God. I had to call you. The energy was just so amazing when I woke up from that dream.
And I love that you shared it's not usually something that you dream. So for all of us that wake up from a dream that has that miraculous feeling, much of God's work, much of the prayer, much of that happens in our dream time. The ancient wisdom, the ancient teachings, lucid dreaming, also Eckankar philosophy, Edgar Casey, so many different forms of studying the mysterious talks about what happens in our dreams. And so when we have those miraculous dreams, there's no time, there's no limitation. You can, and a lot of us dream together a brand new world, the miracles happening. A group go into that, and so for you to have that experience means something, a huge new possibility opened up for you. It's a confirmation of that. And for each one of us, a huge new possibility opens up for humanity every time we wake up, or every time we do something beautiful and share and create. And so I love that you're here, and I love that there's so much happening through you as well. So can I answer a question for you?
Oh wow. I get what you're saying, and yet you know, this is the story of my life. It's like there's a part of me that always had a hard time coping with being here, you know, in this dimension, and coping with a lot of people out there that have no clue and no awakening whatsoever. And, you know, it's just like, oh my gosh, it gets so strenuous and so draining at times.
It's so beautiful when you're with spirit people. Yeah, people that are in this depth of love with one another, give to one another. When you pick up the phone and you reach out, or you connect, there's a spirit that precedes you. And much of the time when we're in the world, and sometimes some people call it the 3D world, that doesn't have extra dimension, it takes a lot of energy. And how do we fill ourselves up in the 3D world when we bring so much light? And so I love that this talks to, in dream world, this is what many believe: when we're sleeping, when we're resting, when we're in the gamma or the imagination, actively imagination places, we are giving light. We're creating for source, or for God, for all of humanity. And so an active way to say this is when you're dreaming with or meditating with your eyes closed or open, and you're seeing and creating a better future. You're rehearsing in your mind or in your heart a better future. You're actually putting energy out into the world, and you're giving yourself energy. You've got to be part of the illusion, the imagination that you're creating. And so when you create an image, so later on today, I'm going to go to a few gatherings to honor people's lives. I've actually hosting an event, and it's possibly raining at the beach. I'm hosting an event at the beach. And so in my creation of the day this morning, as I'm thinking about everything, as I'm creating everything, I'm sending with me, I'm rehearsing traffic, I'm rehearsing the air, I'm rehearsing it being easy, and I'm rehearsing God source going before me and cleaning and co-creating everything perfectly. So if I get into the car and go in and start driving to these locations and there is traffic, my internal dialogue will be, thank you, God. I know you slowed all of us down so there wouldn't be an accident. If there's an accident, my internal dialogue would be, oh my gosh, thank you, God, for letting me be late so that I didn't wind up being in that accident. If there is whatever is happening, even though I sent the visual before me for it to be clear, if it's different from the clarity, it's I'm receiving and practicing that God created it perfect for me and my experience to be the greatest service to those at the other end, the greatest service to me, the greatest service to humanity all together. So it's a moment by moment
I
acknowledge.
know.
Yeah.
I
And
I totally get what you're saying, and I seem, without speaking from an arrogant point of view, but I seem to have this all the time, right? Not even, I know exactly what you're saying, and yet my my state of being or something seems to be having this all the time.
and when you say having this all the time, it has.
Like if I will seem to go, it seems to, the doors seem to be opening before me. The parking spot will be there waiting for me. The road on the freeways will be clear. I I I always manage to be able to squeeze effortlessly, and yeah, it's
You're
amazing.
always in flow, which is so beautiful. That
Yeah,
synchronistic, God opened the door. That's so beautiful. And that's part of the strength that you're here to connect into on so many levels. And anytime it's not that, you step very quickly back into it. So it's beautiful that there's that the abundance and the permanent prosperity that comes through. It's really, really beautiful.
yeah. So much of coming has been coming my way this past 2 months, like totally effortlessly, and yeah, with amazing people, with some celebrities also right now, and you would not believe where I spent the night a couple nights ago, and it's just like it's, and to me, that is just like a part of me. It's just like but the other side of me is that I'm very quiet about it. It doesn't get to my head. It's just like I see it just like anything else. It's just unfolding. It's just like amazing.
It's really amazing. And I love that you had that dream so that, again, you're showing yourself the way. And so
Yes.
what's coming up for you is, it's really interesting because it's around your skin and your health. and your beauty. There's something magnificent that's happening. Even today, the way that you woke up and the way that you experienced yourself, there's more recognition and co-creation of your physical body to where you feel very, very connected to the most beautiful version of yourself.
Yeah, to most people, that dream would have been so insignificant and so, like, and it was so real to me, and the energy was so high about it that I had to pick up the phone and call and let you know about it.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. We've got, and so Eileen, thank you so much. We've got, I'm just so glad that you're here, and I look forward to our next conversation as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye for now. AJ, I'm going to unmute you. AJ, can you hear me? AJ, we'll try one more time. You're unmuted. Just say hello if you're there. Let's see. And then we got, I'm so glad that you're here. And then 310806. Hi.
Oh, hi, that's me. That's Alex. Again, I had to call back because the line was interrupted. Remember, I talked about my mother-in-law.
Oh, you did. Thank you so much. And so we'll, is that Audrey?
Yes.
Hi. Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well, thank you. And I hope you had a beautiful birthday celebration.
I did. I had a beautiful celebration. Thank you.
Is yours the 4th? I'm just curious. March 4th?
So we celebrate March 5th. Partly because of my birth certificate. For many years, I was born in a village, and in the village, they do not give, born at home, you don't need papers until it's time for you to travel. And so when it was time for us to travel, my dad went and made birth certificates. He gave himself 1-1. He gave my mom 2-2. He gave me 3-5.
Those are good numbers.
and so we celebrate, and for me, on my birthday I give, and so on 3-5 for everyone that I could possibly give to. And this started when I was probably 7 or 8 years old. I started giving on my birthday, and it's a cultural thing to some degree. If it's celebrated, you bring in being a gift to society. So I was jump roping for the March of Dimes.
Oh my God.
Collecting dimes at doors on my birthday, and then gave that to March of Dimes. And in my habit, if I throw a party, you come over, you leave with a bunch of gifts. And so at that gathering that we had papyrus from Egypt, we had oils from Egypt, amazing catered food, amazing catered music. We had a photographer. I just love to give. And so I'm so grateful I was able to do that on my birthday. And it continues to be, that's my birthday wish, is to be the biggest blessing for God to use me, Source to use me to be the biggest blessing I can be for everywhere that I walk. And then the other thing is, I'd really love to clean up all agreements in some shape or form. Somehow in the course of things, misunderstandings happen, and I just want to clean every one of those up while I'm in physical form, so that we can understand each other to the maximum degree. That giving and receiving and the witness, I call that the 3 graces. There's a grace. This is an ancient Greek mythology, ancient Greek story that you can find in Egyptian, in the walls. You can find this in Hindu mythology as well. There are 3 graces, and one grace gives so perfectly. She is the perfect grace in giving. She gives with all of her heart, with the intent that that person use it however they want to use it. And the grace that's receiving, the second grace, receives the totality of that present, not just from the grace that it was coming from, but all of the spaces that that giving grace got it from. It receives the whole present. And then the third grace is able to witness with perfection this giving and exchanging with an absolute knowing that it is part of this giving and receiving, and there isn't a energy of jealousy or not enough, or there's less for me. So that first grace, and I love using this bracelet as an example, but that first grace gives the bracelet, and the person receiving the bracelet recognizes, wow, the earth created this, the store created this, the grace that's giving it also gave this, the sun, the light, the stars, all of that are graced in this. And then the grace that's witnessing it says, wow, I got to witness this. It's so beautiful to see this and be part of this, and to amplify it with gratitude. And that pure witness helps make sure the giving grace, the receiving grace, and the witnessing grace knows how and when each one of us need to be that. Sometimes we've got to be the perfect receiver. Sometimes we've got to be the perfect giver. Sometimes we've just got to stand there and witness with such an open heart that this is happening for all of us, all of humanity, and bestow acceptance and love onto that energy. And so thank you for letting me share that story as we're diving in. What can we answer for you?
That was so beautiful. Thank you. I love your wisdom. That was just as deep as it was beautiful, and it was very, very deep. So thank you.
You're so welcome. Oh, I love seeing you. So glad you're here.
Well, I did want to ask you, oh my gosh, it's been so crazy lately with that book project. And then I had no clue they were going to be free. That closed at midnight. And I shot off all these emails to people I don't know, but, so I shot off all of those, and I'm including Oprah. And I'm just wondering, well, and I'm going to send you some of these books. There's one on bullies that people really like, and I've been told to send it to Melania Trump. Do you see Oprah and Melania accepting my work?
I got goosebumps. I mean, like literal goosebumps all up and down my body when you started talking about sending out these notes. You sent them at a magical hour. It really feels like there's magic and miracles in there. And so, yes, I do see that. I do see that there is a round table. It's so funny to say this way, but a round table of knights and angels and guides that made sure that it got out.
Oh my goodness.
And so Spirit is working very strongly on your behalf. And you've seen miracles like that before. It's your writing is the highest communication medium that can be. And so it's so beautiful that that came in, so lovely that that came in the way that it did. I'm going to say that another way. You've got to start knowing that you're not alone.
Yes.
The guides, there are 12 beings hanging out with you, using you, working with you, writing with you, guiding you. And so it's so important for you to feel that, accept that, talk to them, ask them for help. It's in the Holy Spirit's world. As you start identifying, it will branch out, so you will have more understanding and intuitiveness around that wisdom. I'm going to say that another way. they're showing you the signs. There's been a false sense of isolation.
Oh, yes. Separation. Yeah.
And separation. And so they really want you to step into receiving them, your wholeness all the way around.
Oh, well, I would love to be able to actually see them. And the other night, I saw 6 beings. They were in back of me, and I was concerned they were dark, but they were dark. I mean, dark meaning versus light, but they were not. They were not lit up. They were dark. But then I got that they were okay. They were the 6 beings that brought in Hopi blue corn to me, and I got that they were helpers. But I would love to be able to communicate with them and see them and hear them.
So they want you to say these words: strength in releasing, strength in releasing.
Oh,
Like putting your hand on your heart.
yeah.
They really want you to acknowledge all that you're releasing, and they want that particular energy to be strength in releasing. You had fear there, and you found the strength in sort of saying it out loud or connecting or talking, and because you said it, you could clear up and hear the correct connection there.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah, and so your strength comes in communication with them, strength in releasing. And my darling, there is no dark energy around you. You are such light. You do so many beautiful things. And over the years, you've let go and helped create so much light that there's 12 beings of light around you.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Sarah. I do get discouraged from time to time, but usually I'm in joy and bliss, but I do have
Yeah.
the moments.
And so strength in releasing and writing that down and co-creating art, written word that really makes that statement your own.
Wow. So back to the art again. Thank
Yes,
you for that.
you're so welcome. And that helps those beings specifically communicate with you, because when you're making the invisible visible, you're then making it possible for that communication to become stronger and stronger.
Well, I did have an idea for a book that I haven't done yet, and it would be called Dancing on Paper. And it would just be forms on every page, no writing whatsoever. Would
Yeah,
that be part of that project?
I think that's part of that project. It would help you begin communicating with the forms that are around you. So that's really, really beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm
Thank
so
you so
glad
much.
that you were here.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm here. Thank you. Thank
You're
you. And
so
blessings.
welcome.
Love
Love,
and
love
blessings.
you. What a blessing all together. I think we've got a 661-607-68. Hi, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi, who are we speaking with?
Hi, my name is Simran.
Hi, Simran. What can we answer for you?
I wanted to know how you feel about me going back to school and, what you think is a good major for me.
You've got so many interesting ideas and thoughts. You've got a lot of interest in there. Tell me, they're saying ask you a little bit about math, because that will put you into the right brain frame to answer this question for you. Tell me about math.
Well, I have an associate's in accounting.
Okay, beautiful. And so it's interesting because you want to take that and go into business and into marketing. It sounds funny to say it that way, but you've got a special sense of being able to promote things and market things that to develop out that will help you work with and create companies that you're looking to work with and create. So it's in the area of marketing, in the area of, even if it's broadcasting, in that area, to get so that you can work in an industry more than just in accounting, but marketing accounting. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I definitely have been looking into marketing.
And
yeah.
it's so beautiful that what will open up for you when you go into marketing, and think of yourself in front of a camera rather than behind a camera. And the reason that I'm saying that is it looks like you might move into being the face of a company, being into and building alternative businesses and business models. And it's part of the reason you learned so much about accounting, so that you could grow your own companies, have your own startups, be the face of things. And you're going to have multiple sources of income. So you do need, the accounting is really great for you to have there, as well as moving forward. So it's
okay.
awesome. I'm so glad you called in. Is there anything that we can do for you? Anything else?
No, not really.
I highly recommend for you that you get into Miracle Makers Academy, because you've got, and it's only $10 a month. There's video on there. There's extra time. It gives you energy, and we're going to start loading in meditations into Miracle Makers Academy. And you, when you allow yourself to go into meditation and into prayer, really, really relax into that, you grow lighter, happier. And it's got, I feel like there's really specific things in there for you that will help you be able to manage people and manage the beautiful energy that you are. You've got so much to give to this world. So I'd love for you to have those skills now. And it's only $10 a month. And there's so many videos in there. You've got a little bit of time right now before you head into school to be able to learn the skill set. Then when you're in school, to be able to create and use that extensively for what you're going to wind up building.
Okay, thank you.
You're so welcome. So glad you're here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, AJ, let's try again. AJ, you're unmuted. And so what you might need to do is, on the bottom of your screen, there's a mute button, there's a stop video button, there's an invite button, a share the screen sort of thing. And so or you could type into chat, and we could see so AJ wrote, I think you wrote that we're not able to hear you. So it's still not working. So we'll, AJ, just go ahead and continue to type, and we'll see what comes up. Oh, thank you, Audrey. Audrey writes, "You are my mentor of love and wisdom. Appreciate you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll start dancing on paper today. Love and blessings." And I love that. Grace to everyone, dancing on paper. And so Maggie, we'll come to you. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm really good. Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here. What can we answer for you?
Well, I want to see myself stepping into my life, right? And I love this. I love all the different comments and sharing and requests, because of course I relate to everybody. So my dream is coming true, whether I'm saying yes to it or not. I love it. I have this where I want to step into is having art retreats here in Ojai. And I literally physically was driven up to the door of the artist cottage at Ojai Valley Inn for a different reason. And I have been posting just a tiny bit about it, and people are saying, you know, I went to an art opening last night, and somebody said, listen, I want to come to your event and whatever. And I can feel my voice starting to shake even as I talk about it, because it's me stepping into my life. Like, what am I waiting for? I've been, this year, I really have said 2018 is it. I feel like I have moved the fear outside of me. The fear is not me. And by putting it outside of me, I have felt empowered, and I have felt my life is just unfolding. Like, it's literally, I just see, I'm paying attention to all the signs and whatnot. So I feel that the belief is there. I'm, as an artist, I'm nervous about my skill level and those kinds of things and just whatever, but that's not what I'm bringing. I'm bringing a opportunity for women to connect to their inner priestess through the canvas and listen to the message that's waiting for them. So it's like bringing my gift to the world and getting myself out of the way. And I asked somebody in one of my art sisters to, you know, co-host it with me, and she's divine, and I'm reminded that I am carried, that everything, however it unfolds, is perfect. Whoever comes, but you know, I want to attract the right conscious level of people. You know, I want the dream experience. But
what are the dates that you're holding this?
What's that?
What dates?
I haven't selected dates. I have I have to create. I have the person's name that I want to talk to about all the details on that.
So it's so interesting because Source is really saying, pick a date.
Yeah.
That makes it real.
Yes.
And let the date be a new moon type of date.
Yes.
Because this is a contract with multiple people that will come to you, and you're starting to do one that will turn into many, and many different co-hosts will come in and do the retreats and the work with you. But it's really important to pick a date.
Okay.
Then Source is saying, pick an image that is the end result of what someone experiences at the end of the result, at the end of the retreat. So it doesn't matter what the image was beforehand, but there is a very clear image as to what all the participants become at the end of the retreat.
Yes.
So those two factors are really important. When you've set yourself on those and you've allowed yourself to really start there, other pieces will begin to fall into place.
Okay.
And the other, it's interesting because you've got many different communities that need your services.
Indeed.
And what would be really wonderful for you to do is to start with the one that has the greatest need where you are. And so tell me about that just a little bit.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, because we have just come through all the fires from the Texas fire, and of course the mudslide, really a boulder slide in Montecito and the whole Santa Barbara area. And so, yes, the initial meeting, I did mention that it's such a beautiful time because we're rising from the ashes, and it's such a pivotal time. I know a lot of people obviously have, rethought their entire lives. Some people are leaving the region. It's really traumatic, but I think it's a really pivotal point to whether it's healing or what you've been longing for your entire life or whatever that is. Last night I went to the art opening was called Scorched Souls. And it was all this artwork from the community. And it was really quite lovely and powerful.
And so it's rising from the ashes, the phoenix rising,
Yeah.
the imagery there, and beginning again the lessons that the community learned, along with so many other areas that comes in so strongly. So it's magnificent what you're here to do. And Maggie, it's ordained, anointed. It's got to be a little bit of a ceremony of what happened, and over and over and over again, what people are feeling now and what's being experienced there has to happen over and over again.
Explain that. What do you mean it has to happen over and over again?
So everyone's going to come in with all of their fears, and they've got to have an altar, which is this community gathering that you're creating to leave their fears.
Yes.
And so you've got the weekend to assess or have everyone share what is so now, what's happening on the inside now. What are you feeling? What are you afraid of? What are you wanting to give birth to? And over again, collectively, it's a community waking back up to its healing potential together.
Beautiful.
And so that, but it can't be superficial, which has been a lot of things have been not as deep for people to actually leave it there and share deeper and deeper until they feel felt.
Right.
And so I've gone up to Ojai for a couple of the community events to help rebuild. I love Baba's tree, Amir Baba. And I've been so blessed to go up there, and the 700, 800, they even think it might be 1,000-year-old tree. We're doing the work on it. It's coming back to life.
Beautiful.
It is back to life. And so much of Ojai, so many of the communities, and I gratefully got to go back to Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Wilma. Through Nourish America, we helped Hurricane Sandy, we helped the tsunami, and the emotions, the physical body can get nurtured again, but to really have a release for all the emotional stuff takes a really wise community to build into.
Right. And it's a great community to do that.
It's an amazing community. Ojai has more spiritual centers per square inch than most regions on the planet. It's a holy vortex, that space. And so
I got the message to bring a lot of extra canvases for release.
Yeah, bring a lot of extra canvases so that you can really paint out, and it can be left there so that there's a rebirth. The ashes are there, the feelings are there, everything is felt within the workshop and then transitioned through. Thank you, Maggie. I'm so glad. Will you keep us informed? Awesome. Thank you. I want to, Anaj, I'm so glad you're here, my love. Thank you for coaching others on how to, so beautifully, I think you're helping AJ try and fix the sound issue.
Great.
I love hearing you. How are you?
I'm doing well. You can hear me?
I can hear you. I love your voice so much.
Okay, great. Great. I'm fine. I don't really have anything to add today. I'm just really basking in listening today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for bringing your powerful energy here. We are healing. I know that I think you came to our holiday party.
Oh yeah, it was splendid. I'm still in the holiday from the last time. It was really resplendent. It was oh my God. I hadn't been in a party like that with that kind of energy for quite a long time. It was very healing, very inspiring.
Very inspiring, very healing. And I just want to thank you for bringing your magnificent energy there, and your daughter. And it was at this center in Los Angeles, the Aman Center. And I just want to share with you, we literally just celebrated Leland's 90th birthday, and it's in his physical body is no longer in that physical body that hosted that event. He has transitioned yesterday. And I wanted to share that with you because you brought such joy to the gathering. Your daughter brought such joy. He has such joy, and very much like a father. It's interesting energy with you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I am mother and father and uncle and grandma for many, grandpa to my children. So I have to be many things.
I love you. And Aj, thank you so much for being here. I want to make sure everyone that had a question was able to chime in. And so AJ will come back and see if we can get you in. And I think Lori, Lisa, let's try it. Lisa, hi, can you hear me? Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm happy to be here. I met you at the Conscious Life Expo, and I had an amazing reading with you. And so basically my question today is really around my son and everything that he is struggling with right now. And I'm wondering if you have anything that you can help with me guiding him as his parent.
And so he's got a lot of senses, but not a lot of words. What does that mean right now to you?
He's a very intensely, passionately emotional child. And it's difficult for him to regulate his emotions.
So the sense of smell comes in so strongly as a way to help him.
Okay.
And as we were talking, there's Buckminster Fuller's words come to my mind. We are powerfully imprisoned by the terms in which we have been conducted to think. And that's Buckminster Fuller, powerfully imprisoned by the terms in which we've been conducted to think. And so one of the things that I think is really great for him is to love and appreciate all of the emotions that are coming through him.
Okay.
So I think you guys are already homeschooling. Is that correct?
We're thinking about it and looking into that option.
Okay, so that showed up as something that's already happening to some degree.
Okay.
So, it would be really great to co-create that for him at home.
Yeah.
And that situation of really, he is an intensely beautiful, heartfelt kid. If someone else is getting hurt, he's feeling it and he's crying. So do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Wow, that's actually surprising to me, because one of my concerns is his empathy piece. I'm highly empathetic myself, and we had our dogs that I've had for 13 years pass away in August of last year. We were very connected to our pets, and they helped me through a lot in my life. And I was really surprised at his lack of tears, but he seemed to just kind of understand that it was their time. And he would say that to me. He's kind of an old soul in that way. So I'm not sure. I don't quite understand what you're saying. I haven't witnessed that myself with him, where he's had somebody else going through something and then he feels that with them. It's more about his own emotions that he feels so deeply.
He feels so deeply, and it's really important to, so boys and men tend to think separate. So even though they're going through something, or someone else is going through something, they're going to make it about themselves, but to some degree, some flaw or some fatal error. And if they talk to you about it, it's letting you see into them. Into me, you see intimacy.
Yeah.
And if you allow them to see in further and further, so you just stay in the thank you energy, thank you for sharing, they can open it up. So I'm going to say this another way. Even though it seems like he's thinking and feeling about himself, he doesn't have the repertoire of things to see and feel and emote in others. So God is giving me a sort of a scenario for you. It's about watching anime and emotional movies, emotional anime movies with him, and then learning to listen very deeply to him and feeling, he's feeling a lot of things that other people feel around him and internalizing it.
Okay.
And so it seems counterintuitive, but to really just thank him over and over again for sharing without adding your own interpretation or label, using his words, so that he can go deeper and deeper into this sharing. Into me, you see. He's got a lot of stuff that he feels that he doesn't know how to express fully and put into words.
Right. I believe that as well. It's hard for him to express himself.
And so the more you step into, I really thank you. What I heard you say is that correct? I really respect and appreciate you for sharing that.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're so welcome. And so we'll go into a little bit of a meditation together to bring about healing. I want to make sure everyone that's here that wanted to connect in was able to connect in. I think maybe AJ is still here. My family is in such transition, and any guidance would be great. So let me see if I can tap. I'm just going to click on AJ's label here and see if we can make sure. It's so fun to have this computer sharing, because when I get into my energy brain, it's really great to have the doing brain. We have so many parts of our brain. AJ, I heard myself in the feedback. Can you hear me? Mm-hmm. So it's interesting. I know that you're unmuted. And so to some degree, let's see what we can create and feel around your family. It's interesting because I feel like there's points of reference with your family that you've been in my field or your family has been in this field with me before. So I'm so glad that you're here. There is a lot of letting go, receiving and letting go. There's been a lot of tears on the feminine side. It's interesting that the energy is showing up this way, but there's what I'm feeling is my left eye wanting to tear up, and really like a downpour of letting go of emotions. There's a flooding of attention receiving that's happened, and it's hard because there's been such a degree of giving within the family and within what you guys have been going through. So let's see what else is coming in. I'd love to really create stability in your family for you. There's been a lot of big events or big things that were coming to help, and then they disappeared, and another big help, and that energy of it disappearing. And so I'd love for it to stay with you, and love to stay with you and the family, that energy of I'm going to say this another way. There's been like gifts and big pockets of possibility, but those possibilities haven't stayed for a long period of time. And so bringing that in fully and making more time is what comes through right now. So let's, I would love for all of us to breathe in. So AJ, for the transition in your family, also your huge heart. There's so much happening in your heart, and somehow this energy makes sense for me. This is something that I felt a great deal of. And so there's an energy in there that says it's not your fault. You've got to embody or let go of a lot of the blame, or this energy that you're holding on to that feels like you're blaming yourself. And so you're holding everything together to a big degree. And so let's see. So I'm so glad that you're writing and holding energy on your heart. I want you to really, really receive this. And for each person that's here and we're doing this meditation, this energy of it's not my fault, or fully trusting God to release that any part of life could have been any different, and to really fully receive that you have been doing the best you can. And you have this feeling of giving, that you're being held up. You are helping others. For each one of us, your own personal healing, your own personal rehearsing, being loved, rehearsing being received by yourself, rehearsing how proud and happy Source God love is that you showed up in this world, that you took on so many of the struggles and found purpose in those struggles. Right now, I want all of us to go ahead and begin closing our eyes. We're going to be thinking about our friends and our family and those people that we're sending this connected love energy to all of our parents, to our, oh gosh, there's so many angels. AJ, angels showed up here. So interesting, because there's a lot, it sounds like even within it's interesting to say the music realm, but these muses showing up in your energy field to give to everybody here that's on this call as well. So taking in a deep breath, feeling the cooler air coming in through your nose. We're so grateful that Lori and Audrey and Grace and Lisa's son, AJ, Sarah, Maggie, everyone is here. We're so grateful for Aileen, for Simran, for Dolores and Douglas, and for Tally. We're so grateful for Ken, for Leland, for Carol, for all the breathing, this cooler air that we're bringing into our body, this warmed air that we're giving out. We're so grateful to be able to connect with all of life, with all of the energy that's here. We're so grateful for all of our mentors and teachers and all of our guides. And we're so grateful for the energy of forgiveness to come in. We're breathing in through our nose, this cooler air coming in, the area right around our eyebrows, so beautifully, amazingly growing and expanding. This area around our eyebrows, our face, our nose, our mouth, our head, our forehead, connecting to all of the energy that we are. We allow ourselves to become clear and put down anything that we were thinking about before. We allow our thinking to become more and more clear. We allow our breath to breathe into our brain, into our mind's eye, into relaxing all of the connections in our mind. We breathe out ideas and beliefs that no longer serve us. We free ourselves from the idea that we could have been any different from the way we were, that family or the experiences that happened before now. We fully release that thinking. We breathe that into our face, into our field, down through our neck, through the back of our head, into our shoulders and into our arms. We are stretching our energy field to fully receive and know that God gives us, the universe gives us, life gives us everything it is. It holds nothing back. We allow ourselves to receive what life, what God, what Source will give us. We let go of all that no longer serves us. We extend in our mind's eye this beautiful golden light beginning to pour through our body, becoming our breath, moving down into our arms, down into our elbows, to our forearms, and into our hands, down into our chest. We're so grateful for all of those that have left the physical form, that passed on. We know what they were here to do in physical form is complete. We thank them for everything they helped us or reminded us to feel. We feel this golden light, this golden energy, this golden breath, all of the prayers being prayed for us, moving down through our back, down through each of the ribs and extending back into our chest. Beautiful golden purification light coming in, everything being made whole. All of our brothers and sisters, all of the energy world, helping cleanse every part of us, being made whole through this golden light, this golden thread, all the prayers prayed for us, all those people that we get to help and serve and remind. We're so grateful. We extend those threads out, those cords through our heart, We allow the angels, the guides, sun, life to invest love, heat, miracles, joy into each of those threads, passion, moving down through our heart. Our heart opens to the most beautiful landscape we've ever seen and experienced. Taking deep, deep breaths in. I'm so grateful that you are feeling this energy in your body, your life. Your body is so alive. Your heart is open. It sees you. It sees all the people that love you, that loved you. You're looking in this field, this beautiful field that your heart opens up in. It is the most beautiful place on earth. It's where you feel safe, your sanctuary. Open heart. It smells so beautiful. All the children that you've had in this lifetime or any lifetime present with you. All the parents, all the energies that you've been. Open field, open heart, full acceptance, full love. All of it being purified. Everything that no longer serves you, released. Released from your body, released from your field, moving down through your back, into your belly. Relaxed being, you being fully relaxed. Every emotion, every energy and motion that's come your way is now cleansed. The most beautiful body of water that you've ever seen is present there with you, washing all of the emotions, cleansing all of the past, releasing all of the fears, dissolving all that no longer serves you, your body fully relaxed. Feeling this, knowing this down into your hips, into your reproductive organs, into your legs, into your knees, into your calves, into your ankles, and into your feet. Taking in deep, deep breaths. I'm so grateful that you're feeling this, that you're experiencing this, that your body is saying thank you. You've opened the channels. Every cell of yours is forgiving itself and everyone else and everything. It's giving all of you back to life, going down through the layers of floor beneath you, going down below to the earth, going all the way to the center of the earth. Earth has given you, is happy to give to you everything it has. This energy is coming up through the layers beneath you into your feet. The earth restores all that you are in the energy field. You are the walking earth. You're processing air, processing food, movement through your feet, through your ankles, through your calves. Earth gives you every energy, purification, grounding. You are connected fully with the earth. It gives you gravity and love. Coming up again through your feet, love, gravity. You are grounded. You are one with the earth. Where you go, earth goes. Feet, ankles, calves, knees. You're flexible, going into your thighs, into your hips, into your belly, taking in deep, deep breaths, into your chest, in through your neck, into your face, up through the top of your head, going into the region of this room. Earth is using you to be a grounding cord for it to transmit into the area that you're in, to transmit earth, your frequency, you, your life, your vision, your love, all of the family, all of that love through the field, all the prayers that have been prayed for you, all the prayers being prayed for you right now, going through all of earth now out to the moon, circling the earth, the moon, out to the sun, rotating with the earth, rotating with the sun, being purified in the sun. The sun gives, purifies the earth. It is coming all the way through the channels. You being made whole, earth being made whole. Every prayer, every wish, every cell, every part of you forgiven, every part of you loved, every part of you courageous, coming in through the top of your head, into your hair follicles, into the scalp, into your brain, into your eyes, into your face, into your nose, into your neck, your body being made whole and complete, in through your shoulders, down into your arms, into your elbows, into your forearms and hands, this sun, this light, this grounding, this healing. You are whole. You are carrying sun. You are carrying light. You are light. You are purified through your body, out through your heart, through all these cords, through all the connections. Clear mind, open heart, relaxed being, going down into your body, all the way down into the earth, feeling connected. You have command over your body. What you say, your body hears. Your internal voice says, thank you, I love you. I release you from the past. We co-create the future. You feel your feet, feel the aliveness, your body, your word in your feet, made whole. Feel your life in your ankles, feel all of life. You made whole. You grounded in your body, fully in your calves, in your knees, in your thighs. Opening up and feeling your aliveness in all of your legs, grounded, connected into your hips, into your reproductive organs, into your belly, all the organs. As this energy is coming up through your chest, go ahead and open your eyes. Releasing your heart, seeing the light coming fully into this room, up through your chest, into your shoulders, out through your arms, your body. You animate your body. God, life, love, miracles, the universe, connectedness, wholeness, moving through your chest into your face. Go ahead and open your eyes. Thank you so much. And I'm going to unmute everyone. Hi.
So beautiful. So beautiful.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
It felt like I actually felt angels with violins singing around and surrounding us all.
That's so beautiful. I'm so grateful. Anything else that you want to feel? I felt that. And AJ, I felt something release for you. I felt what was holding anything back was released. And so there are new wings, so to speak, in your family and in your energy field that are coming through fully. And so I saw that physically happen for you. Anything anyone else wants to share? Thank you, Maggie. Love, love, love. We feel that. So beautiful. Thank you, Grace, for sharing. And I'm so glad you felt that big release as well. So grateful. There were zebras on the screen. Leland did pop in, as did Tally. Your mom and dad, Douglas came in for a second. He's so grateful for all the choices, the difficult choices that you've had to make, Lori. And so I want to make sure you heard that. He came in with a great big thank you. You made a lot of the difficult choices.
Wow, thank you so much.
So beautiful. Anything anyone else wants to add?
I felt a strong lightness in my body. I felt surrounded by light. It's like the light pod, as you say, like a cocoon of light. It felt so beautiful and so comforting. I just can't express it in words. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to do this. And I want you to think of 3 people that might benefit. We are going to send this video. And at the end, that meditation, if you let them know, just go to the end, to the meditation part. I want you to think of people that you really want to help. And that guided meditation, tell them to watch that. In the next few days or so, we'll send this out to you, and to share this with people that you feel it will really benefit. The more we step into who we are and allow that light, that bubble, that energy to work through us, the more all of the world will remake itself. And
yes,
imagine what we can accomplish for ourselves, for our families, for humanity, when everyone experiences that grace the angels, connected to the field, what's possible for us. So I will send, in the next 3 days or so, we'll get this out to you. Let at least 3 people know about the meditation in the end. Let's see the world, right now, there are only 11 nations not at war. Is that crazy?
Yes, I will certainly share this to not just 3, but as many people I can. And I'm also going to sign up for your academy, the monthly academy. I'm just so happy to be here.
So glad you're here. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you guys. And we will continue to do this. And as part of the Miracle Makers Academy, you will get so much more in there as well. And so bless you guys for doing the work. Bless you. I love you guys so much. And we will see each other very, very soon.
Thanks, Sarah. Beautiful.
Thank
Bye,
you so
everybody.
much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.